these kids from black parents, and it's terrible. Look, we finna just jump right into it because I ain't even got time. This is ridiculous. It says nearly a month ago, Bianca Clayborne and Deonte Williams got their children snatched, like 5 children, when they was on their way from Georgia to Chicago. The Clayborns' uncle funeral. They was stopped by the highway patrol in Manchester, Tennessee. So black people watch out for Manchester, Tennessee. It
And
go
why?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Why'd you stop them? And why is y'all rolling through Manchester, Tennessee? What's in Manchester, Tennessee?
I don't know if that's a part of the major highway system, but we're gonna go in and we're gonna figure that out. It goes on to say that moment about 60 miles outside of Nashville has since upended their lives as Claiborne and Williams try to regain custody of their children after they say state authorities kidnapped them with kidnapped them on account of minuscule amount of marijuana in the car. The Tennessee Lookout first responded. Now that's bogus right there.
Hold on, you know that gotta be a small amount if they're calling it minuscule, P.
Yeah, minuscule
What was
means
that, a
very tiny.
roach?
Come on, a joint, a blunt,
I'm
separate,
saying, I'm saying it gotta be a roach, P.
like it was
Minuscule.
already,
We already blew it. It's over.
yeah, minuscule, something that you just tripping off of. The separation described Claiborne and William fit into a historic pattern of U.S. Children Welfare Service divide poor, black, and indigenous families. See, they always got the ad. They all always got the ad.
It can't never be just black. Just one time black. Ain't this a black story? Ain't this about black parents? Ain't this about black kids? How'd we all of a sudden get the casino money?
Man, you gonna make me spit my Kool-Aid out, man. This not a joke, but for real. It says in particular on the grounds of alleged neglect and abuse, fuel disparities who get to remain with families and who doesn't. Sadly, I've fucking experienced that too, which is some bullshit. It says, I just have to believe, and I quote, that if my clients look different or had a different background, that they be given a citation and told just to keep the stuff away from the kids, and your state would be and they'd be on their way, Jamal Boykin said, one of the family's attorneys, according to the Tennessee Lookout. It says, in her damning book, Torn Apart, how the children welfare system destroys black families and how abortion can build a safer world and how abolishing it can build a safer world. University of Pennsylvania law professor Dorothy E. Roberts describes how the U.S. children welfare system historically punishes families, especially black ones, for living through poverty and facing accusations of neglect and being able to meet children's housing, health care, and other basic needs. But I'm going to call BS on that because let me tell you something. You have never seen a dirty house until you've seen a group of PC people living together in it.
Boom.
You ain't never seen a dirtier house. Then a group of PC individuals with all the stuff in the yard, with the dogs going around, with the kids with literal dirt on their face, teeth just brown, doo-doo nasty. I've seen it. I've seen it. I've seen it. You know
Hey,
how I seen it? Because I done Uber Eats and I done dropped a lot of food off at a lot of people's cribs. And that peek in the door, oh my God. Oh my God.
hey, rest in peace to the one homie and his wind knife that you used to, you know what I'm saying, stop by. They house was filthy, P.
Oh my gosh. You talking about on the next block?
Yes.
Oh
Yeah.
man. You also you know too. I wasn't even thinking about that one, but that one was the grand nasty ass.
Cuz that's the nastiest I ever. That's like from the show Hoarders, P. Like
No,
what?
oh
On
no.
the
I didn't see. Mm-mm.
You don't seen worse than that,
Oh
cuz?
yeah, oh yeah, all from the PC
What?
side. Oh yeah, that
With
ain't nothing.
they had no water, P,
Oh,
no
that ain't
electricity, cuz they was running wires from the neighbors, cuz God, dog.
boy. Back in my days, boy, I ain't always been, young Malcolm X. I was a little red at a time, and boy, I'm talking about boo boo and pickle jars, and I've I've
uh,
I've seen the worst of the worst from the PC side, and they had
uh,
children, and they had children. Is all I'm saying. And
uh,
I'm like, where's child protection?
man.
Where? They don't exist when it comes to PC.
If a
It
black woman got a twerk video, they coming to CMP.
Straight up, it says, and it goes on to say, Roberts argues that the racist stereotypes influence the way that welfare workers and policymakers approach investigations of families of color. Now they went from black to families of color. Finding in 1 in 10 black children are forcibly removed from families,
Now back to black.
put in the false. Now this is what happened. Yeah. When you want to blanket everybody, you say families of color. When you want to talk about the atrocities, you got to talk about black because it happens the worst to black people, and then you spin off to something else.
Well, because the solutions got to include everybody. They can't just. We need the numbers to make the Negro trauma porn numbers to get the funding, and then once we get the funding, it's we all in this together.
Right. Okay. So it said she worded in the excerpt that more than half of U.S. black children will face a form of child welfare investigation by the time they are 18, while fewer than a third of white children would. And I totally agree, which makes it even worse. I know some white kids that have grown up in some terrible situations. Some terrible situations.
See how they try to make it seem like a lot though, like fewer than a third.
Yeah,
Like shut up. It's fewer than 10%. It's fewer than a fifth. You know, like fam,
a
the
third
numbers
is a
are
lot.
way low, P.
Yeah, and that's still a lot. That's a lot, but less. Still
Right.
more than if you thinking relative of where black kids go. But
Way more.
it
I mean,
goes.
no, I'm saying black kids way more
Oh
suffering.
yeah, hold up. They got a picture of the parents too. Hold on, real quick. So obviously, let me see. Let's do the diligence. Yeah, they look blackety black. I mean, he a little suspect over there because you can't see his hairline.
Yeah, he is Susperinos.
And she do, now that I'm looking, she do might have some Caribbean Jibbian. Like she might be a Caribbean Ribbian. Nonetheless, don't be
I'm smelling Jamaican vibe.
yeah,
Jamaican
nonetheless,
Jamaican rhino jerky.
right? Nonetheless, don't ain't nobody got time for nobody snatching no children, right? And see
Period.
that as our crew say is, and this is what they don't do in the other part of the diaspora. They don't champion our causes. We look at them and say, "Hey, they black, them black kids. What up? Let's see about that." They look at it and be like, "Oh, that's those niggas, those niggas. We don't. It's not that niggas. We don't deal with those niggas. But then they don't even speak up when any of their people get done, like Bokum John. They ain't saying nothing. They was looking at us like, "What's wrong, niggas? You're not gonna rally for Bokum John niggas?" And we was like, "Nope, we ain't stepping back because the brother want to hug and kiss and fondulate all on old girl." It said, "Give this family back their kids." Let me see this.
The public aware of how there was an overuse of power in the state to deprive a family of having their children. A woman who was breastfeeding saying that she's a drug addict.
She sound black. And here we go again. Another black person champion the cause no matter what it is. This is Senator London Lamar that reacts to the Tennessee Lookout report that the DCS is keeping 5 children from their parents under a misdemeanor weed charge. That is ridiculous.
Ridiculous. And it's minuscule. But they still won't say if it was just a roach butt.
Oh, there's more.
A father with a trucking company accusing him of being a drug addict. It is absolutely ridiculous, and that's an overuse of power.
You trying to mess with his living
DCS,
too.
Coffee County, y'all need to do the right thing before the situation gets worse, and we have a nation of people coming to the rescue of this black family. Give them their children back is borderline discrimination, because if this was any other family, as the attorney said, we don't even think this.
Yes,
So
see,
it's
I
not discrimination. It's border. It's almost there. It's not discrimination just yet,
don't.
but if you don't give them back, it's right there.
Oh, no, man. Not the pussyfoot. That's the pussyfootation, man. Give it
Oh,
straight up.
pussy willow technique right there.
Bring it straight up the middle, why don't you? It's good old fashioned racism and bigotry and targeting the black family. We know what it is. Just say what it is. Gosh, why is that so hard?
Why is it so hard? You Section 8 wanted boy. They been trying to do that before Section 8. What?
State Senator Rashman Akbari said on Friday that the state officials exercise extreme and flawed judgment in taking the children, and it seems that they've doubled down on this poor decision. In an interview with Lockout, Clayborne said that she could have believed that the officers surrounded her for 6 hours and stopped her from reaching for her nursing baby. She recalled one of them saying, "Don't touch him. He's getting taken away from you." See, it's got to be some Negro trauma porn in there somewhere.
Got to.
You got to tell how bad we did them. We did them bad. We snatched the baby away right from her feeding breasts, and we told her, "We're taking this baby away from you, nigger girl." Like, God, man, it never ceases to amaze me how they got to slip it in there. Yeah, we know y'all took the kids. That's traumatizing enough, but you got to tell us every little detail and word said. Where the video at now? Where the video at now?
That's the
Now,
slave patrol for you.
now I want to see the video. And here it goes. I quote, "I'm breastfeeding. They didn't give me anything," Clayborne said. "They just ran off with my kids." Mm-hmm. Teasley said that the couple has driven back and forth to their home in Georgia to their children in Nashville, where they are with the foster family. Oh my gosh. Oh, I hate that. Oh, I feel. Whew. Oh, that's uneasy. Cause man, you never know what that foster family doing, man. In Nashville, Tennessee, I hope it's a black family, but we know it's not. Clayborne has struggled with the after effects of being unable to nurse her baby and wound up in the hospital as she suffered from panic attacks. Oh, geez, Louise. They are on the road all the time to go see the kids and stay with them as long as they can, Tesley said, adding the children sobbing whenever the parents leave. It's escalated because it seems like they're never going to get their kids back. Meanwhile, the kids know nothing except that I want to go. I know how that feel as a shorty wanting to go home. Oh, this hits. Oh, this is not good, man. I don't like this, man. I don't like this story at all. It's almost over. I'm gonna get it done for y'all, but man, this is traumatizing.
Cole Medina.
Yeah, man, I know how it feels to be a kid that want to go home in a place that you don't want to be. That's something I know very well. And I also know how it feels to have your kid somewhere you don't want him to be. This is the double whammy. I feel all this. F them people for doing this to them kids, man. F them people. And see, they wonder why black people don't just go cold Rambo and pull out the jammy and flat blast everybody. You know what I'm saying? Since we gotta be coded. You feel what I'm saying?
Real talk.
Straight up, dog. Why Christopher Dorner exists? Stuff like that, man. Because people can't. How do you put up with this? This is not right, man. This the cases that there should be marches for. This is the ones that should get people mad, man. Because this could be any one of us driving anywhere. You think I'm thinking I'm Big Daddy taking my kids on a trip? You know what I'm saying? I done that before.
Right.
I done drove my kids cross country, feeling like the man, hopping out fresh air in the mountains. You know what I'm saying? That could have been me.
Right.
Man, that ain't right.
Owning his own company, business owner, P. Feel like he done made it.
He done made a
His
couple
art,
dollars. Yeah, finna go treat his
American
family.
dream. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Getting his little slice of the American pie.
And then here y'all come, man. And that, well, like, how was this? Where's Benjamin Crump?
Huh? Where
Where
you
you
at,
at,
boy?
fam?
Well, when you got politicians saying it's almost borderline, kind of, sorta, it's just getting there. One more smidge. If you push it a little further, it would be the racism. But we're
Yeah,
not
right.
quite there yet. You better do the right thing. No,
Nah,
you've already
man.
done the wrong thing. It's already happened. You've done the wrong thing.
Says lastly, Tinsley added that she has risked facing reprisal just for speaking to the media about the case. On Friday, she said that the attorney for the Tennessee's Children's Services Department had filed a motion for sanctions and referral for prosecution against her. The motion argues that Tinsley violated confidentiality provisions, which she denies. What? Now they want to try to silence the...
Shut up, little Negroes. We're gonna keep them nigglets, and you're gonna shut your mouth about it.
Man, this is what people need to be getting upset about. This is what we need to be rallying behind.
What happened to pull-ups? Huh? We don't do
Yeah,
pull-up season no more, man.
I swear. You know what? So let me just share this with everybody. They just they just took another video down. They said, we wanted to let you know that we reviewed your content and we think it violates our harassment policy. So we're not applying a strike to your channel. However, we removed the following content from YouTube. So now they just going to the point where, we don't like the video you did. It violates policy. But you know what? It don't violate policy. So where we gonna give you a strike? It violates the policy that we say, I'm white, not say so policy. So we just gonna take your video down. I'm sick of it. But we ain't gonna stop. That's why we got 3 channels. Subscribe to them all. Bam. And we gonna roll like that. I got 4 words that I leave you with. Protect your children. I didn't even know that was for, but that was you like that, right? You like that? You like that? Protect your children. And then love with the peace. This one and this one. Man, well, see, that's what I'm saying. They would have had the peace. If they had peace, and maybe they would have got away with their children. Blessings, because they going to get them back. And Maloha, the children is coming back for sure. We already know how. There ain't no commercial.